Good evening, everybody. It's Steve Lookner with Right Side Broadcasting, coming to you with a news alert. Roger Stone, the famed, prominent Republican political consultant. Some love him, some hate him. But anyways, Roger Stone was also a major advisor to President Trump during President Trump's election campaign and has been an advisor to Republican candidates for decades now and Republican politicians. His Twitter account was suspended tonight by Twitter. And Twitter said that he broke Twitter rules. The guesses that I've seen are that this is due to some tweets Roger Stone made last night about CNN. We will look at those tweets and we will also get your response to this. We'd love to hear from you about this. So if you have comments about this situation, write to me on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. I will read your comment on the air, as long as it's clean. So let me just make sure you can hear me. For decades. Wonderful, you can hear me. I want to first talk about the story itself before we get to your comments. And hello to everybody out there, both on Facebook and on YouTube. And thank you to the moderators for moderating the chat rooms tonight. So let's talk about this story here. So this is being reported in a lot of, it's not just sort of scuttlebutt. It's being reported in a lot of major news organizations. For example, Politico reported it tonight. Politico says Roger Stone is suspended from Twitter. Roger Stone, a longtime associate of President Donald Trump and self-described political provocateur, was suspended from Twitter on Saturday, says Politico. Stone lashed out at CNN anchor Don Lemon and others on Friday night, seemingly responding to reports that an indictment from Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller was imminent in the ongoing probe into the Trump election campaign's alleged ties to Russia. Stone tweeted that Lemon was dumber than dog blank and deserved to be mocked and punished. Stone did not respond to a request for comment. A Twitter spokesperson highlighted the social media site's policies against harassment and abuse and incitement for others to harass. Under Twitter's current guidelines, Stone could face a permanent suspension. Now, I did read that Roger Stone has been suspended before, both in March and April, I believe. I'll get to that later. Anyways, I want to show you, some people had posted on Twitter tweets Roger Stone posted last night. So this guy, Andrew Pinzent, posted what he said were Roger Stone's tweets from last night, and I've seen other people post these, so I assume these were the actual tweets. So I can't 100% confirm, but it looks like these were the tweets. So you can see Roger Stone account suspended, and if I type in Roger Stone here and I search him, that's what I get. I get this, just account suspended. This account has been suspended. So if you look up at Roger Stone Jr., that's what you'll get on Twitter. But anyways, if you look at a couple of the tweets that, assuming this is an accurate tweet here by this person, Andrew Pinzent, if you look at a couple of the tweets Roger Stone posted last night, here they are. Sorry for the dirty language, but I got to show you the tweets. So one of them is, when AT&T acquires Time Warner. Wait, I have to move this up. Hold on a second. Sorry, you couldn't see the whole thing. Let me actually get a better shot of it for you guys, because otherwise you're going to miss the bottom of it. Hang on one second here. So we want to show you the tweets which presumably are the ones that got Roger Stone suspended. All right, here's one of them from last night after midnight. When AT&T acquires Time Warner, the house cleaning at CNN of human excrement like Don Lemon and Jake Tapper and Dumb F Anna Navarro will be swift. So that is one of them that was posted by Roger Stone last night. Okay, let me show you another one. Here's another one. Roger Stone, this is from 11:57 p.m. last night. At Don Lemon, stop lying about the Clintons and uranium, you ignorant lying sea sucker, you fake news, you dumb piece of S. And then there's another one I wanted to show you. Where was this one? So there's this article from this outlet Recode. Now they're claiming Twitter has permanently booted Roger Stone. I have not heard that he's permanently booted, but they said that he tweeted this last night. And they have an excerpt from this tweet, and if you can see it there, I'll blow it up a little bit for you. And it says, "At Don Lemon must be confronted, humiliated, mocked, and punished, dumber than dog S." So Recode, this company, this news outlet Recode, they think that that Twitter might permanently ban Roger Stone because he's like inciting people to confront and humiliate and mock and punish Don Lemon. Don't know. All I've heard right now is he's suspended, is kind of suspended, not that it's permanently banned. And I had some other stuff I was going to show you too. Oh, and The Hill reported, they talk about this, but at the bottom of their story I wanted to show you, it says at the bottom, "It's not the first time Stone has had his Twitter account suspended. It was temporarily taken down in April after he made threatening remarks to Laura Kiter, the communications director for Media Matters, a progressive media watchdog group. His account was suspended before that in March for apparently violating the social media site's rules." So Roger Stone's Twitter account has been suspended. And for those who follow Roger Stone, that's a sad thing, because if you like Roger Stone, his tweets are very entertaining. If you don't like him, you're not going to be entertained by his tweets. But for right now, he cannot tweet at all. Now, there was another thing I saw about 3 hours and something minutes. Where is that? Where did I see that? Here, the Fox News has a story about this. And now they say in their story, Fox News, Stone told Fox News in a text message, "I have been informed that I have been suspended for 3 hours and 12 minutes. While I am uncertain why, sometimes a stark truth offends some people. Added Stone, I'll be back." Now, I can't confirm. I mean, Roger Stone says he's only going to be suspended for 3 hours and 12 minutes. Now, that's just coming from him. We have no confirmation of that from Twitter. So if that's true, his account will be back up in a few hours. But we don't know at this point. So Roger Stone suspended, though. And I don't know if there were any more tweets than the 3 I showed you. I'm going to show you those tweets again. The ones that supposedly got him suspended. Let's see if I can find any more here. Oh wow, look at this. So David Mack, who is David Mack? He's from BuzzFeed. He says sources tell me Roger Stone's suspension from Twitter is permanent. I'm going to tweet this out. I'm going to say some reports that Roger Stone suspension from Twitter is permanent, but Stone tells Fox News it will only be for a few hours. That's a little summary of what we just found out. Some are saying it's permanent, and he told Fox News it'll only be for a few hours. So we don't know. We don't know if he'll be back on Twitter. Huh, that's interesting. Oh, here are some more of the tweets. Okay. So this person, April in Texas, posted some of his tweets. Let's see which these tweets are. Hold on, I have to move them up higher. Some of these are going to be the ones I showed you, but at least one of them will be one you haven't seen yet. Again, I apologize for the language in the tweets, but we want to just bring you the news. Okay, here are two of them. Those are two of the tweets, supposedly. Don Lemon must be confronted, humiliated, mocked, and punished dumber than dog ass. As we were saying before, it's possible that that is seen as extra bad by Twitter because it might be seen as inciting, actions, inciting violence or humiliation or inciting some kind of negative actions toward Don Lemon. Also, Don Lemon, stop lying about the Clintons and uranium, you ignorant lying sea sucker, you fake news, you dumb piece of S. So those are two of them, but there are two more here. Let's look at those. The Charles Blow. There's one about Charles Blow too, which we hadn't seen yet. No, Charles Blow, you lie. You have no cried, you fast-talking, arrogant, fake news piece of S. Roger Stone, Don Lemon, you come across on TV as a dull-witted, arrogant party boy. You lie constantly and no one who knows you thinks you're bright. Now, I will say, stuff like this stuff, I've seen Roger Stone tweet this kind of stuff before. Like, he has called Ana Navarro basically dog ass. So just this kind of tweet, these two, is not like so different than other stuff I've seen him tweet. However, perhaps that one about Don Lemon saying that people must humiliate him and confront him might have been the trigger. I don't know. But would love to hear what you think. So what do you think about Roger Stone's Twitter account being suspended? I'd like to know what you have to say about this. Write to me on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. I hope they don't suspend me for showing those tweets. I'm just reporting the news on them. I'm not taking a side on them. I'm just reporting the news. But you can write to me at Lookner on Twitter, at Lookner. And also, if you do enjoy this coverage, I'm willing to bet you, maybe, now, I don't know about Fox, but even if they did a story about it, I don't know how much coverage you're doing about it. I bet this is the most complete coverage of the Roger Stone account getting suspended on Twitter you will see anywhere tonight. So, although maybe InfoWars had a big thing on it. I haven't been watching InfoWars today, so I don't know. But at least among non-InfoWars, I bet this is the most complete coverage you'll see of it. So if you like this kind of coverage, please consider donating because we can only be on the air thanks to your donations. We are viewer funded. So if you like the coverage and you want to support us and keep us on the air, you can go to the bottom of the YouTube chat and click on the $sign. There's a little $sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat. Or you can go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. And be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. And click the notifications bell so you get notified whenever we come on the air with one of these breaking news videos. And thanks again to all the moderators tonight. In the YouTube chat, we have Jan is there, JC is there, Real Frank is there. We have Common Sense and Glenn O on the website. All right, I want to look at my messages, see if anybody's written in here. Noah Velez says, this is dumb. So I think what you sent me also a shot of Roger Stone account suspended. So I think what you're saying is it's dumb that they suspended his account. If I'm wrong about that, let me know, Noah, but that's what I think you're saying. Deplorable MAGA Kansas says they are targeting the right to try and silence us. Alex Javier says CNN and Twitter hypocrites, thumbs down. How many have asked for O? And then the tweet ends. I don't know what the rest of your thought was, Alex, because that's when your tweet ends. D. John Hughes sent me a meme. Is it a meme if it's not really like a hugely popular thing? Like, isn't it just like a photoshopped jokey photo? Anyways, but let me show you it. D. John Hughes sent me this. No free speech for you. That is the soup Nazi. Zach Giannino writes in, I am not for silencing anybody or breaching their First Amendment rights, but Twitter is not the government. Twitter has the authority over this. It is true that Twitter legally can do this. Road Warrior writes, complaints by snowflakes. Arlene said that she had heard from that Jack Posobiec said 3-hour suspension. Oh, Jack Posobiec posted a Roger Stone statement. So let me see if I can call that up here. How long is your video, Jack? So I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's 13 minutes long, but if you want to see, Jack Posobiec posted a video about Roger Stone being banned from Twitter, and I guess there's a statement in the video somewhere from Roger Stone. So you can go to Jack Posobiec at Jack Posobiec and watch that if you'd like. Because I'm not going to play the 13-minute video. Oh, Arlene writes in and says, Roger Stone has another account. So Arlene says that this account, Stone Cold Truth, is also Roger Stone. And if you look at Stone Cold Truth, it says the inside story from legendary political operative and bestselling author Roger Stone. Now, Stone Cold Truth, is that his website? Let me see. Well, it is. That looks like his website. So maybe that is, assuming this is his website, his personal website, then this would be also controlled by him. And if you look, as Arlene sent in, this account tweeted out, censor-happy tech left think they have a victory with a single Twitter account ban. They must also love poking hornets' nests with sticks. Interesting. Thank you, Arlene, for giving the heads up about that. Amy Margolin writes in, it's a double standard. Twitter doesn't suspend accounts of people who threaten the president's life. Deplorable MAGA Kansas says, I've been noticing a lot of conservatives in the last few days being targeted by Facebook and Twitter. We can't let them win. Hashtag won't stop us. Caleb Streval writes in, basically Twitter got their feelings hurt from the Stone Cold Truth about CNN fake news and decided to put Stone on timeout for 30 seconds. Hank Hill says, a meme is still a meme even if it's not popular. Basically, a picture with words is a meme, I believe. Now, the original word term meme was meant to apply to like cultural ideas that win the battle of cultural evolution and get passed down over time. So to me, the original word meme as used by, say, people who like anthropologists, or I guess, was that what you call them? Philosophers used it too. That would apply to popular ideas, but that's the use of it on the web is a different term, so I don't know. Anyways, we won't spend lots of time discussing the proper definition of the word meme. It's interesting though. Alex Javier says, how many have asked for our president's death on here? They should be banned and arrested. There is this thing, with Twitter that some people have complained about, which is there's been complaints that they're not exactly clear when they ban someone or suspend them, why exactly that's happening. So I know this happened with Milo Yiannopoulos when he was banned. I've talked about this before, but I actually tried doing some research and finding out exactly why he was banned, and it's really not clear. They never sort of came out and said like, in this tweet, he did this, and that violates this policy. And some people say, well, we'd like to at least have that be clear so we know what the policy is and how it's being, and why someone got banned. So personally, I think when they ban somebody prominent, I don't care if they're from the left or the right, I would appreciate them just being clear on why they're doing it. Hey, we have this policy and this tweet is why. I don't know why they can't do that. I just think that's any company. I think transparency is good in that sense. And also, I think when companies are transparent why they're suspending and banning people, that will let other viewers know. You would think that'd be a good way to let other viewers and let other participants on the site know this is the kind of thing you shouldn't do. Because if you're clear about what your rules are and what violates those rules, that sends a clear message to other people. And you'd think like them being clear about why they're banning somebody or suspending somebody would actually help cut down on future behavior like that. But I haven't seen a statement from Twitter tonight like one that says, we saw that one statement they made, was it to Politico, saying like the person violated our terms of service, but that's not really, I think you could say more, these are the specific rules they violated and these are the specific tweets that did that and here's why they're violations. I don't see why that's such a problem, and I do think I think a lot of people would appreciate that. Now, I'm sure they have their reasons for not being more specific though, but anyways, the Labeler 5000 says, they have been burned too many times following CNN and MSNBC in the basement. Wait, I'm sorry. This is responding to something. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a response to a different tweet I posted. So sorry about that. Lisa Henneke says, CNN, you've been attacking our president for over a year. Get some thicker skin. Although remember, CNN didn't ban Roger Stone from Twitter. Twitter did. So I showed you before that BuzzFeed reporter said that his sources had told him this was a permanent ban for Roger Stone. In 2018 elections wrote in and said, if BuzzFeed reports something, just assume it's incorrect. Thank you, Spoiler Alert, for making a donation. Spoiler Alert gave $15 and said, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook are big enough to be a major way that people communicate, and they should be classified as common carriers in the U.S., prohibited by law from censoring messages. So that's a very interesting argument, and I've heard people make that kind of argument, and they say it's not just that like Twitter and YouTube are these like niche specialty sites. It's like, you could argue, some people argue, like spoiler alert, that they're major forms of communication, Facebook too, that like everybody uses. And it's not like, oh, you use Facebook or you use one of 4 other things. Like everybody uses these things. So pretty much. That some people think that makes them more like, common carriers. And in the same way that like the phone company couldn't ban, I don't think the phone company was allowed to ban certain people from using the phone system. Although I wonder, like, if there was like somebody who was like plotting terrorism, could like the phone company ban somebody from using the cell phone system? Maybe there's something in terms of service. I don't know. But the point is that I don't know about all the legality about this and stuff, but the point of this argument is that when you have like a basic form of communication, like you should be banning as few people as possible, and like I guess maybe bans should only apply to people for like public safety reasons of extreme ways or something, or maybe no bans at all. I don't know. So, but spoiler alert is saying that this kind of ban they don't think is appropriate for kind of a mass communication avenue that pretty much everybody uses, or that most people use. Although it's not like most people use Twitter, but a lot of people use Twitter. Anyways, I think you see what the general argument would be there. So interesting argument. Thank you, spoiler alert. Now I'm interested in that question of like, can cell phone networks ban people for like hate speech? I don't think they can. I don't know though. I don't know. It's a good question. Let's see. Reagan Better is mentioning Orrin Hatch retirement story. Reagan Better, we're talking about this right now. You know what we do here. We stick to one topic per stream. So thank you for telling me about this Orrin Hatch supposedly retiring story. I'll check it out after, but we're sticking with the topic of the stream for right now. Reagan Better also sent me in this tweet, which was on topic, from this person named Matt Couch. Reagan Better wanted us to see this. Somebody named Matt Couch said, so Jake Tapper got Roger Stone suspended. I sure would hate for every conservative to comment or message Jake Tapper tonight. RT and share. I wonder if Twitter could suspend Matt Couch for this. Zach Giannino says, hey, Lookner, very great point. They should be very clear what specifically they are banning you for and at least provide a screenshot. You're watching Right Side Broadcasting. We are covering Roger Stone's Twitter account being suspended tonight for comments he made on Twitter last night about CNN and CNN personalities like Don Lemon and Ana Navarro and Jake Tapper. And we don't know if this is like a temporary suspension, maybe for a few hours. That's what Roger Stone claims. Or is it a permanent suspension, which, BuzzFeed, a reporter from BuzzFeed News is claiming he heard it was a permanent suspension. We don't know yet. We just don't know. If you enjoy our coverage, though, if you enjoy that we'll do a feed on this. We'll do a half hour on this story. I don't think you'll see that on the mainstream media news networks. And for a lot of stories, it doesn't have to be a conservative story. There are a lot of news stories we cover, like when those accidents happened, those terrible accidents involving the Navy destroyers in the Southeast Pacific. We were on the air for hours covering those, and there was very little coverage in the mainstream media. If you enjoy that you have an alternative to the mainstream media, please consider donating, because your donations, that's how we stay on the air, is your donations and your support. So if you'd like to donate, you can go to the bottom of the YouTube chat and click on the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat, little $sign there, or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Also, if you like the videos, we love when you like them on YouTube and you share them on Facebook. That really helps get the word out about Right Side Broadcasting. And don't forget, subscribe to us on YouTube and click the notifications bell so you get notified whenever we're coming on the air with a video like this. So, Proud American, you sent me a bunch of Keith Olbermann tweets, and you said this is more disturbing. The thing is, the screenshot you sent me, I can't even see they're so small, I can't even read the tweets. So feel free to write again with maybe fewer of them in the picture. Patriot of Truth says, total disrespect to the freedom of expression, our flag, and our nation. Pete Tudsbury sent me a tweet from somebody named I'm Just a Mel, who said, interesting how Roger Stone was suspended, but liberal blue check accounts are free to say whatever vile things they want with no consequences. So I'll show you. This is a tweet that Pete Tudsbury sent to me, and I'll show it to you. From somebody named Mel, and it says, interesting how Roger Stone was suspended, but Lib Blue check accounts are free to say whatever vile things they want with no consequences. And there's somebody, Kevin Allred, what does this say? That's a post from July, and it says, Trump is an effing joke. This is all a sham. I wish somebody would just shoot him outright. Now, is that person Kevin Allred? Are they still on Twitter? Let's see. Yes, that account is still on Twitter. So, that person, Mel, I'm Just a Mel, who posted that, thinks this is a double standard going on. David Opp says, I don't follow Stone on Twitter much, but that language, I don't appreciate it. He did this on purpose to get his name in the news. He uses language like that all the time. I'm serious. Like, he calls people dog. I've seen him call Ana Navarro a dog S like tons of times. So if you're going to follow Roger Stone, you got to be prepared for the language, because he uses language like that. So I don't think the language itself is what got him suspended. Now, it's possible that just his tweets got some press, or somebody at CNN complained, and so even though the tweets weren't so qualitatively different than ones he tweeted before, these ones got him suspended. Okay, I think we're just going to take a couple more comments here. I've read the ones so far. If you have any more comments, write to me on Twitter at Lookner. You can also follow me on Twitter. I cover breaking news all the time, so even when we're not on the air, I post about breaking news a lot. So you can follow me there. And follow Right Side Broadcasting on Twitter at RSB Network. And we'll be on, if there's more news later this weekend, we will come on and bring you the news. So subscribe to us on YouTube and click the notifications bell. It's a big story. Look, even Hollywood Reporter is showing it. Even Hollywood Reporter has a story about it. Mr. Nicktown gave $40 and said, MAGA fist bump Steve. Thank you, Mr. Nicktown. Very generous of you. We really appreciate that. We'll use that to help stay on the air and cover more news for you. So thank you. So anyways, it's interesting that really big story. By the way, the Roger Stone documentary that was done on Amazon, Netflix, I think, Get Me Roger Stone. It's quite interesting. So I recommend watching it. No matter what you think of Roger Stone, I think it's a nice, it's a good movie a good, interesting, informative documentary to watch. Oh, I found the thing that Pete Tudsbury sent me, I think. Somebody named Stan posted something similar. This person, Stan, said, if Roger Stone is getting suspended, how come Keith Olbermann isn't? At Jack, at Twitter support, at Twitter. And he posts a screenshot here, and you see Keith Olbermann tweets like, to hell you with you mother effing traitor. You are the leaker, you stupid peace brain mother effing traitor. Resign. It's all against Donald Trump. What needs to be replaced is this mother effer today, this morning. To Ivanka Trump, he wrote, then tell your racist, white supremacist, neo-Nazi father to get the F out of our society. So there's a whole page of them. You can read this if you want by going to @StanM3, @StanM3. So that's Pete Tudsbury, what you were trying to send me. Teresa Poole writes in, I can only take Roger Stone a few minutes at a time. He has free speech. I have the right to turn him off. Let's teach liberals how to turn off. Kafefe Mama says, the selectively censorial nature of Twitter is extremely dystopic and worrisome. Reinstate Roger Stone Jr. JC says, Steve, this makes no sense. Have you seen what I have tweeted? Roger Stone rocks. I'm looking at your Twitter feed, JC. I don't think it's anything specific about Roger Stone here. But thank you for writing in, JC, and for all your hard work and all the other moderators' hard work moderating our chat rooms. Pete Tudsbury, you sent me something else. But I can't find it because I don't have the link. I can see the text of the tweet, Pete Tudsbury, but I can't see like the person's face or anything because I don't have the link. Feel free to resend if you'd like. But I think we're going to wrap it up soon anyway. So anyways, we've been talking about Roger Stone's Twitter getting suspended. We'll see what happens. Will he be back in a couple hours? Will he not be back? If I hear that he's back, I'll tweet it out on my Twitter, @Lookner. But for now, I think we're going to wrap up this stream. So I want to thank everybody for joining us, for writing in. Thanks for all of your comments and your sending me tweets and stuff that you saw on the web tonight. Thank you so much to the moderators in the chat rooms. And in YouTube right now, we got Guinevere JC, Real Frank. Jan is there. Thank you to the donors. Very much appreciate the donations. Those donations are why we can come on the air and give you news stories, give you agenda-free news coverage. So if you want to support us and keep us on the air, you can donate by going to the YouTube chat room and clicking on the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat. Even small donations are welcome. Small donations all add up. So we really appreciate any donation of any amount. And you can also go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. You can even get free stuff like this Right Side mug for setting up a monthly donation. So let's see here. JC says, Steve, I was just pointing out that I have tweeted way more cuss words than S, and it is BS. They are attacking Roger Stone and any of us for that matter. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, JC. And as that article from Recode said, perhaps what they're suspending Roger Stone for is a tweet inciting people to do stuff like humiliate. It said, it said Don Lemon needs to be confronted and humiliated, that kind of thing. So maybe that's what crossed the line. I'm not sure because Twitter didn't come out with a very detailed account of why they suspended him. So we really can't be sure. But thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for donating, for writing in, and be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Click the notifications bell so you get informed whenever we're coming on with the air with these videos. And thank you, Tom O'Neill. Thanks, DM, in the chat room. Some people are saying thanks here and good night. Thank you, Jami. Thank you, Angelina Maria. Thank you, Nicholas Brown, Light Switch. Elysia Sight. And everybody else there in the chat rooms tonight. Okay, we're going to wrap it up now. I'm Steve Lichtner. Thank you for joining us. Maybe we'll see you later tonight or tomorrow with breaking news. We'll certainly see you soon. But for now, from all of us here at Right Side Broadcasting, have a great night and enjoy the rest of your weekend.